I know I don't look like a witch and I don't look like a dragon. Neither way, I call myself a dragon witch. And of course, if you want to know where my accent comes from, I'm from Belgium. And I walk around in the Belgian forest because I am drawn to the forest. And I know very much why. That is why we are drawn to things, because we are very close to the dragons, and dragons are very close to nature. So my name is Tim Heijer, I'm a dragon witch, a Belgian dragon witch, and my accent is a bit like French and Dutch together, all messed up. That is why it's so strange that you never heard before. But yeah, it's actually Belgian. And so I want to explain to you a bit more of the Dragon's Path. And of course, in Belgium, it's a very Catholic country. So where did I get the information of the dragon? I didn't. 20 years ago, my Dragon's Path started without anyone telling me about the Dragon's Path. It just started without any interference from humans, religions, spiritualities, nothing. Everything came by itself in a very natural way. And I came to learn in a very natural way as well. So out of myself. Of course, there was a few months after my awakening, there was someone that I later on called my mentor. I stepped inside of a store and she could immediately say to me, "You have a dragon by your side." I never told this to anyone, and that was a revelation for myself. And she gave me my necklace. And she never ever said what I had to do or what I should do on the Dragon's Path. Only recommendations on what you can do on the dragons. And in general, I'm talking about the dragons in general, not specific kind of dragons, because every dragon is different, so I cannot tell you where your path should be going. And that is why I don't tell you what kind of a ritual that you should do, because rituals is also very personal. There was, later on, when I was awakened, I felt completely different. I meant very much different. It was not like I wasn't even the same person anymore, with other abilities and everything else. So later on, I came to move to the south of Belgium, so where I could go into the forests, where in most of my videos you can see these forests behind me. These are the most beautiful, endless forests. I love to discover it. You just can feel the energy behind it. But of course, with all of that, something wrong felt. Something that I didn't like at all inside of that forest. And I didn't immediately know what in the beginning. But later on, I came to understand that also negative things happens inside of that forest. There is a thing that you should know. If you are connected much more to your draconic self, you should know that you become an empath. You can feel other energies, energies of other beings, energies of other realms, energies of other humans. So you can sometimes even know what they are thinking, and you can feel the spirits as well. Dragons can feel spirits, and that is what happens to you as well. But of course, when I moved into the forest, I didn't actually know what was going on. So I was just walking, just hiking, like I do every day, and there was something wrong at a point, at a spot that I never crossed before. And I didn't feel well. I had a headache. I felt fear for some kind of a reason. And I felt like my head hurts, my body hurts, and I felt that I should hide away. And that was out of nowhere, out of the blue. I didn't know where that was coming from. Even though I felt that feeling before. It reminded me of when I was very young, that I had the same kind of feelings whenever I came across, some kind of a place. And it made me feel very uncomfortable, very bad. Of course, I have to say, I also felt sometimes very good wherever I came to random places, and I felt so good. For example, many years ago, I went to England, and I went to something that is being called the Rollright Stones. If you are from England, you might know it, in Warwickshire. I was visiting England for theme parks, amusement parks, but in fact I said, maybe we should stop also to these Rollright Stones. That is some kind of a Stonehenge, very, very ancient, and I wanted to see that. But I was very tired from the trip, but once I was there, I was like lifting up. the energy was amazing that I could feel inside of these stones. And I didn't know actually why. Why should I feel so well? I felt like beautiful. It was like my dragons were manifesting over there. There is a lot of power. What is with these stones? I said. I stayed there even though my dad said we should go away, but I wanted to stay there. There was something of energy over there that was giving energy to whatever energy we have. And I was feeling very good. But in these forests, I felt very bad. Very, very much bad. And yeah, I said to my dragon mentor, what is that? What kind of an energy did I feel? Why did I feel so bad? It was like I was going to die, suffocating, the need to hide. What is it with that forest? Yeah, but she said, what is happening in these forests? In the first year, I didn't know because I'm not living in the forest. I do now. But yeah, she said there are hunters over there, and sometimes they shoot animals. Sometimes animals live in fear inside of that forest. And whenever that happens, it may be that you came across an animal that was dying or was supposed to die or in fear, because dragons are empaths. They can still feel that energy still lingering there. And wherever you come across, and there is so much energy everywhere, you cannot hide away from it. If you are extremely happy, extremely sad, and you don't know where it comes from your draconic energy, just absorbing every energy that you come across. So she said, well, if you ever feel something like this, then you have to just give yourself an emergency ritual. And I said, how does it go? Just like any ritual in the draconic path or the dragon's path, this ritual should not be read in books. This ritual comes out of your instincts. Move in the way how you feel it at that moment. When you are scared, when you want to hide away from humans, from other people, or maybe from something else, then just reflect that energy. That, like she called it, an emergency ritual. So draconic followers, Wiccans, and witches are usually grown or even born as empaths. These are people who are very sensitive to the emotions and experience of others, animals, humans, or even much more like spirits of the other side or the other realms. And especially dragons. Other dragons, you can feel other dragons unlike anyone else. You can feel the dragon. That is what makes you such an empath. You can read your dragon, you can feel your dragon, you can even feel your draconic self because you are an empath. You become an empath. You are a natural born empath. And that is what I believe that every witch is. Every witch is actually someone who has this revelation wherever their path is going to their light. They know it, they don't follow the line like in religions. They know where they should go and where they should seek out their light. And while they are seeking out their light, they are also finding their true path. And also, where they are very, very much sensitive to whatever they come across in this world. This earth has so much energy. Just go to the cemetery, just go to the slaughterhouse. You will feel it. You will feel these energies. The earth has veins, what I call Tiamat's veins. The veins of the dragon. And those are the veins with a lot of energy, positive and negative. But when something negative happens, like slaughter, pain, or fear, or dark energy remains, always dark energy will remain with you as well. And that is why you can feel it. It translates with you. And you might feel it still through these spirits in an endless cycle of pain and fear, like a nightmare they have and that they will never wake up from. And you feel that, and I felt that at that moment in that forest. The pain and fear lingered in my forest. It made me sick, it made me have a headache, it made me fear actually that place. So I had to do an urgent ritual, an emergency ritual. A ritual where I just dance with the dragon, with our dragons, so that it would go away, that it would be cleansed. And how should it be cleansed? By the three of you. you and your dragon god, all of together, your dragon eye, should cleanse this place. Of course, I'm not saying that it should be that you should cleanse every single negative spot, because that is just too much work. But we are light workers. As dragon witches, we are light workers as well. So, like I said, don't look up to books with it. Just only follow your instincts with everything that you do. Oh, by the way, I always let you see the dragon's eye in the wrong way. It's actually much more like this, like the reverse triangle. This is the dragon's eye. I always call it like this stuff. Why do I do it like this? It's actually like this. This is the reverse triangle. This is you, your dragon god, and your dragon guardian. In fact, the dragon god, the dragon guardian, and the dragon spirit, all of together. And together you have a lot of energy together once you are reunited together. But all of you are empaths. You can feel it. It translates everything. That is why I love these shows like the, what is it called again? Ghost Adventures. It's so fake as hell. It's fake as hell. It's like, oh, I can feel so much bad. Something happened. Like someone was killed here. If you really know the real deal of feeling such thing, then you are not going to act like that. That is just a performance. Give that man an Oscar. But no, if you really feel something like this, like I felt in my forests, then you are not like, oh, like I feel a murder happened. No, then you are going to stand still. You are just going to analyze that place and you wonder yourself, what the hell am I feeling? And you might feel very bad inside of your body and soul and spirit, and that should go away. And with an emergency ritual, you always need your other dragons. You have always be together by your side. The reverse triangle, here it is. This is where you should focus on. And every move that you make in this ritual should be coming out of your own instincts. Whenever you are doing a dragon magic or dragon ritual, then just lose your humanity and be the dragon. Because only dragons can cleanse, dragons can heal. And that is what you might want to do in that place, to give that animal freedom in the spiritual world. Because no one deserves to leave this world in such a horrible place. And maybe as a dragon witch or a dragon spirit, and all together you can give closure to this innocent being. Because we are not like, no, we are not saying that you should fear us, or maybe they can fear us because you are very powerful. But in the end, we are light workers. We are not seeking for fear. We are not seeking for death. We are seeking for life. We are seeking for healings. We are seeking for peace. We are seeking for all of that. If it wasn't like this, I would eat animals, and I don't eat animals. If I would like, I thought back in the day, dragons are, all of these beings that love to eat animals. Well, actually, no, my brothers, I can feel that. And that is what I recommend to you. Feel it. Feel everything. Feel all you can do. You are an empath. So focus yourself on that. If I can recommend to you something, go to a place where a lot of death happens, like in the cemetery or especially in a slaughterhouse, and just walk inside of the forest where just hunters went, and in that exact spot where that animal suffered so much, you should feel that. You are able to feel that. Dragons are empaths, and so are dragon witches. They can feel all of it. So we can train ourselves into this, and I do so. I love to train myself into this, even though it gives me sometimes horrible nightmares that I will never ever get rid of. But in order to let something heal, I have to absorb the darkness, so that I would actually sleep much better even with these nightmares, that I would actually heal that place. Dragons are also healers, and so is the dragon witch.